May I pay homage to the Triple Gem, the Buddha, Dhamma and the Sangha. Now this is a time for the meditation. So sitting in a comfortable position. Freeing yourself from any distractions and checking your motivation. So in the practice of a meditation, it's not just a play, or it is not just a want to try just one or two off and then done. Well, we have to make sure that we are practicing diligently for significant of a time. And when we are practicing each day again, we have to make sure that we have decided that how long we are going to sit, and during that time ability to stay motionless, not moving hands or legs, and watching, aware of that desire to move your hands, aware of your desire to open your eyes, aware of your desire to move your legs, and maintaining this motionless stillness, this physical body. Because a practice of a meditation, we are training our mind, and which requires a lot of effort. And in order to see this mind, we need to keep this body still. And if you're practicing sometimes, then you may realize that within a few seconds there are so many other sensations arises, itchiness or wanting to scratch this or that place, or feeling of something wandering in your face, or needing a scratching on the back, or moving like that. So these are simply distractions, distracting you. And that's the mind creation. At the very moment when these appears, and if you're moving immediately, then there is very little chance to train this mind. So, although we will be doing for 1 hour meditation, if you're practicing at home or here, and you feel you cannot, then at least make a decision that you're going to meditate for half an hour, a full 1 hour. And during this time, try not to move any parts of your body, and just being motionless, and watch what happens. And in this moment, again, if you are a beginners in the practice of a meditation, you may need an object to rely on just to train. But if not, then simply aware of things as they appear in the time here and now. And if you are sitting continuously without moving, then you will be able to realize that how your mind is working. There will be so many thoughts arises, that why I am sitting here, what happened, what is the purpose, I'm sitting motionless, I should have changed, why I should listen to the Achan and not move. my leg is going to blast, or my back is going to crack, or there is an insect going around in my face, and why I can't change this. So this sort of mental activity will go on, talking after talking. And if we move immediately, what happens is that mind feels happy. I can order this person. When I don't like, then I can move to something else. Let it do something else. And immediately we scratch. Immediately we send our hands in our face to clear the sensations, which like an animal going on, or a small itchiness in your body. It's like a big itchiness, it's getting more harder and more painful, like that. And that's all creation, mind creating. And this appears only during the time when we meditate. The rest of other time, our mind is busy thinking about something else. Our mind is busy thinking about family, thinking about food, thinking about work, thinking about weather, thinking about news, all sort of external things. And as a result, we do not know what's going on within this body. Different types of a sensation, different things happening. But as soon as we meditate, mind just grasps these things and make it bigger. Because mind hasn't got any external things to concentrate. Mind hasn't got anything outside of this body. And that's the reason why you will experience something moving around in your face or in your body, needing a scratch, and wanting to move your hands or wanting to move your legs. And these are simply mind is making it to happen. That's why in the practice of a meditation, we have to make a firm decision that I am going to stay still, motionless, until this time ends. And this way, we will be training our mind properly. And that moment, you will see, let's say if you have never practiced meditation before, within 5-10 minutes, you will experience different types of sensation, pains, agitation, resentment. And the mind is just boils up to make you open your eyes or move your hands or stand up and give up meditation. At that moment, if you able to tell your mind that I'm not going to move whatsoever, then you will be fighting with your mind and you're sweating and tiredness comes. But end of the day, you will realize that the practice is paying off. And you will be able to deal with any difficulties in your lives, any emotions in your lives. And you will know how to deal with these feelings, these painful moments. So we are not reacting in those situations, we're simply responding later on. So that's why we need to practice ardently when we are practicing. Suppose you are paying attention to the object, ardently paying attention to the object. And this ardent paying attention to the object again. There is a simile given. It's like a fish looking for water, or a fish out of the water and is seeking the water. That much the fish strive and shakes and try to find the water, and the mind is like that. When we do not allow this mind, or we are not responding as it wish, then mind trembles like that, like the fish. And that trembling is like we are in a war, fighting. That's why Buddha also said winning the war is not that great compared to the winning our own hearts and minds. So we need to practice ardently. Whichever ways you have chosen, whichever object that you have chosen. And this motionless is so essential in the practice. But if you are just here practicing meditation for relaxation, just to chill out, then okay. But we are practicing not just for chilling out, but to train our mind, to understand our mind, and domesticating this mind so it brings the benefit. So continue practicing in this way. And if your mind is still restless and always scattered all around at this moment, then you take a refuge on one object, whether the breath or the abdomen, as we normally practice, choosing whichever you prefer. If you feel comfortable with the breath incoming and outgoing, then using that as a refuge place, a home base, a foundation ground, a working station. Simply settling down yourself on that is breathing in and out. Aware of that incoming breath and outgoing breath. And simply settling down. It doesn't mean that you're discarding any other objects. You can be mindful of other objects, but that time you are giving the breath away, but mindful of other objects and spending time with other objects for some time and come back. And the same with the rising falling of abdomen. If you feel comfortable with the rising falling, or you've been practicing with this, then again this rising falling of abdomen is the base or a working station. With your intention, paying conscious attention on this rising falling of abdomen, rising falling, an ability to comprehend it in its true nature and the entirety of it as it rises and falls. And is synchronized with the process as it is taking place, and mental noting, rising, or simply perceiving it. And do not think that you have to be with it at all the time too. It is just a refuge, it is just a base where we are working on. Or whenever other objects arises, then we'll move on. But we know when to come back, how to come back. And this is the base, working station, or the home base. No matter where we have been, we always want to come back and stay in a home, relax and enjoy. And getting ready for another trip. So this way we practice. So staying with the primary object, and meanwhile aware of any other distractions or any other visitors comes, and that moment accepting of that and acknowledging, observing and noting, and let go and back it again, back to normal. So realize that happened and release and return. So realize, release and return in a short form. So in this way we'll continue practicing. I will stop speaking now and continue practicing with this way until you hear the gong. Now we will practice loving kindness meditation, so relax yourself. And sitting comfortably again, just move around, moving your legs and the body. And bring your attention to the body and aware of sensations in your body and to your hands. And aware of sensations in your hand and to your heart. Aware of beating heart. And as you feel the beating heart generating loving kindness and compassion to yourself, may I be well, may I be happy. It is not just a word, happiness, but the true feeling from bottom of your heart, sharing to yourself. May I be well and happy. May I be free from suffering. May I be free from troubles of body and mind. May I be able to maintain my happiness. May no harm come to me. May no danger come to me. And similarly sharing loving kindness and compassion to all other sentient beings. Or you may share it to a particular person, or bringing into your mind and sharing loving thought with your kind heart. May you be well and happy. May you be free from suffering, hurtfulness and hatred. May no danger come to you. And similarly, sharing loving kindness and compassion to all other sentient beings, far and wide. Whatever beings there are, visible and invisible beings, starting from our relatives. In this room, in this country, on earth, in the universe. May all beings be well and happy. May all beings be free from suffering. May all beings be free from hurtfulness and hatred. May all beings be free from troubles of body and mind. May all beings be released from all sufferings. May they be liberated. Gently bring your attention back to your hands and aware of sensations in your hands and to your body. Aware of sensations in your body and onto your eyes. And as you hear the gong slowly coming out from meditation and reflect for a few moments, Let's pay respect to the Buddha Dhamma Sangha. Arahang Samma Sambuddho Bhagava Buddhang Bhagavantang Abhivademi Sawakhato Bhagavata Dhammo Dhammang Namasami Subhatipanno Bhagavato Sāvaka Saṅgho Saṅghang Namami.